nitty gritty, bleeding purple my city. Don't score with the Steelers, no enemy. Ozen some Hennessy, catch us out stomping the yard. Candy yards, my foot McCannery. See, it's nitty gritty, Nick and Keith gon' get litty. 2 times a week, giving keys to the city. Tune and get with me. I got that, seeing the game little differently.
Welcome back, episode 438, Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Radio Show. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and of course, I'm here with the flock. Got my guy Keys with me.
What's going on? How y'all feeling out there?
My man Nick.
It was all good just a couple weeks ago, Scott.
It was. And of course, last but not least, Keith PJ.
Scott, what's up with you?
I'm just happy to have some friends on vacation with me. Hey, listeners, it's my fault. It's my fault that we missed a week. Trust me, I was not trying to miss a week.
Right.
I was not trying to miss a week.
Let them know we was not ducking smoke, please.
They weren't ducking smoke. We were here. My kids messed my computer up. Just be truthful. They fucked my shit up. So I fixed it. We're here.
Nick love the kids, man.
They
looking.
Oh, and you know we not ducking
Not our Roblox
because we could have did the show without Skull. We wanted Skull to be here to feel the smoke.
I said straight up. I said, "Yo, y'all get y'all grievances out without me." Nah. So it's not on them. It's not on them. Nobody got sick, anything like that.
I was sick.
I'm a little upset.
I was definitely sick.
And they're still sick. Trust me, all of y'all are still sick. I see.
After last night, I'm good. I had some Benadryl or something.
Some Benadryl.
Right, exactly. I'm good. I'm okay.
So we got a lot to we got a lot to catch up on. I got to give my guys a platform to grieve, get their grievances out, and talk about what happened, especially since they went in person. So for the last time this year, let's go to the bank. Oh no, the Ravens did lose to the Bills in heartbreaking fashion. I'll say that. So whoever wants the floor, it's all y'all's. It's the floor is whoever want to start. Cause I know y'all got some shit to get off y'all chest.
Yeah, I mean, I start. I mean, we was in person for the game. Good experience.
Time out. Before, let me pause you real quick. I thought it was real poetic. Cause I think the last time that all three of y'all.
No, it was definitely deja vu.
The last time all three of y'all went somewhere to watch a game that wasn't in Baltimore. Yeah, it ended the same exact way. So
same person, same place,
same person. So my Earl's like when I pray the DMX, all y'all go. When I Lord give me a sign. Continue, Keys.
Nah, man, it was like I said, it was a good experience to be up there, in the atmosphere. We're gonna get into. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into in depth about the Bills fans' behavior and all that, whatever. But it don't really matter. It comes down to what we've been talking about for 2-3 years now, man. Just can't get out your own way. That's really what this game really came down to. You completely outplayed them, y'all gained them, y'all threw them, y'all rushed them. But what we said, the game about the intangibles, what the Ravens gonna do as far as in the small moments and turnovers, and they lost both of those battles. And I mean, credit the Bills. They took advantage of the Ravens. They scored points in those turnovers. I mean, they did what they had to do in them turnovers, but I still don't think that in that game particularly, that the Bills were the better team. I just think it came down to really, Mark Andrews fumbling the ball and dropping the pass. I'm not one of the people that's going to kill him and call him out his name on the internet for everybody have a bad day at the office. Everybody can do that, but I am going to call you out for not coming to talk about it. Like if you got a C on your chest, you need to be in front of the media. Lamar was in front of the media. When Tucker makes big kicks, he's in front of the media. When people make bad plays, if you're a captain of the team, you come out, you talk about it. You don't hide behind words. You don't go on the internet and post a long message. You bring your ass in front of the media, in front of the cameras. You answer them questions. So, like I said, I'm not going to kill him for dropping the pass and fumbling, publicly anyway. Group chats is getting nasty, but, publicly I'm not going to kill him. But he needs to come out and we shouldn't have to wait until training camp or to begin next season here. He should have been out there immediately after that game, taking responsibility for that. Don't post no long. We don't care about that. Like nobody cares about that. Nick said it earlier in earlier this week or last week in the group chat. This PR campaign that they're doing is nasty work. It's real nasty. And I can understand that if, like you said, if he came out and he said something about it, all right, I get it, y'all defending him, but he didn't do that. So don't defend nobody that's not defending himself or taking responsibility for it. So I don't like that. But I'm on record as saying, yes, so you know this, everybody. I'm on record as saying Mark Andrews should have been the hell out of Baltimore years ago. He comes up short in big moments, and it's not the first time we've seen this. We talked about it pre-show. Scott talked about it, deja vu. This happened literally the same play, same exact thing. Dropped this the first time he tried to go with one hand. This time he had both hands on it and still dropped it. And it cost the Ravens a chance to send the game in overtime. The fumble cost a chance the Ravens to drive and go, to go down the field. Yeah, Lamar had his over 2 turnovers, but that he made up for that. He played his ass off the second half. Nobody can tell me he watched the second half and realized he wasn't the best player on the field by far. He really brought them back in the game. He did what Josh Allen didn't do last night. He got the ball back and went down and gave him a chance to win the game. It just happened that his all pro tight end, all Pro Bowl tight end dropped the damn pass. So that's what this game come down to, man. I don't think the Bills are better. I'm not going to discredit them. They won the game. They won the AFC Championship game, but I just think the Ravens, they beat themselves. And we've been talking about this. We talked about this against the Raiders earlier this year. We talked about it against y'all up in Pittsburgh earlier this year. Big games that they win against the Raiders. Maybe they're not in Buffalo. Maybe you're getting that defensive passing call. Maybe that's a no call. Maybe you're getting it called the right way. Not to say that at the side of the game, but that's the difference between them getting 7 and them getting 3. That's a big call. But that's what happens when you're in a road. They get home cooking like that, and that's what happens when you lose games at home to the Raiders and games you're not supposed to lose. So it's not. It sucks that you get this far. It sucks that everything's in front of you, and you're dropping 2-point conversions. But like I said, it comes down. It's nothing. It's not a lot you can really say because it's the same old story. They just keep beating themselves over and over and over. And when is enough is enough. So at this point, and I've been on the record saying this, it's the coaching, man. If your team keeps beating yourself over and over again, you got to change at the top. Something got to trickle down. You can't keep going to every season saying we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the same thing and keep on expecting different results because that's all we get is the same results. You go into the AFC Championship game last year. You horrible game planning on both sides of the ball. You beat yourself. You go into the division round this year. Horrible game planning. You're not running Henry enough. Ravens making mistakes. Not in the right place at the wrong time. I don't know what they was doing defensively because we seen the Chiefs once they get in the front room, they were stopping that touch push. I don't know what the hell the Ravens was doing as far as looking at film. That's what it comes down to, man. You beat yourself. It's like people that like us that spend a whole bunch of money to go up there to see the team not performing the way they should perform. I think the Ravens, click on all cylinders and do what they got to do. They walk out there with a double-digit victory, but they didn't do that. And now we here. Now we got people asking about draft stuff. That's what it goes. You beat yourself, you lose. You turn the ball over, you lose. And I'm not excusing Lamar for them 2 turnovers in the first half. You got to be better than that. The pick, okay, bad read. Your receiver broke it off. You did, but that fumble, you got to eat that. You cannot fumble that ball in that position. He knows that. Everybody know that. You cannot fumble that ball in that position. But like I said, he more than made up for that second. So I'm not gonna kill him for that. And that's the abs and flows game. You turn the ball over, second half, you came out, you do what you need to do. So that's everybody else can try this, but let's not get this mistaken. The reason the Ravens lost this game is because of Mark Andrews.
Yeah, Keys was definitely spitting there, and I agree with a lot of what he said. I will preface what I'm going to say by saying, like, I'm probably the most mature person you're going to find. Like, if it's about, like, setting my business up or setting something I got going on up or making sure my kids is good, taking care of my household, most mature nigga you're going to find. But as far as this is concerned, as far as disrespecting Mark, I'm one of those type of people. I'll disrespect him publicly. I'll disrespect him privately.
No,
I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired of Mark fucking Andrews. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I'm tired of him. One of the biggest cap hits on the team. Captain, the C's on his chest. He's been here for years, and he's been a part of some of my worst team-related memories involving the Baltimore Ravens, and especially in this Lamar Jackson era. Whether we're talking about 2019 versus the Titans, whether we're talking about 2020 versus the Bills, whether we're talking about the previous game, whether we talk about big games in the regular season versus the Steelers, so on and so forth. I mean, I don't care about what he does hypothetically week 3 against the Cleveland Browns teams that's ass. Or I don't care what he does against the Jacksonville Jaguars week 6. That's when the all-pro, franchise touchdown leader Mark Andrews shows up most seasons, and we have this great feeling like we over here, is he better than Kelsey? Is he better than this guy? No. You know what Kelsey does when it's time to work? When it's time to win Super Bowls? He makes plays for his quarterback. You don't got to worry about Patrick Mahomes throwing it to him and Kelsey just not making himself available to catch an easy 2-point conversion. You don't got to worry about that. You don't got to worry about Kelsey running backwards. These are things that you shouldn't have to address. I shouldn't have to say, you know what? It really wasn't John Harbaugh's fault. I mean, damn, did John Harbaugh run backwards? Did he fumble? Did he drop a 2-point conversion? No. And I don't even like John. I want him gone too. I think a better coach who demands perfection as opposed to hoping for perfection or praying to God for perfection. No, I'm demanding. I want you guys to be perfect or you ain't going to be on my team. There's people that demand that out there, players. John ain't one of those people. He's going to hold your hand through it. He's going to give you a hug through it. He's going to nuzzle your little head through it, but he ain't going to demand perfection and hold you accountable to make sure that that's what you exude out on the field. Mark Andrews makes a lot of plays versus the amount of mistakes he makes, but the amount of mistakes he makes causes us to be home when it's time for us to be competing, right? So it's when you're making the mistakes, it's the consistency in which these mistakes are made, timing of the mistakes. And listen, if you're going to fold in the biggest moments, I don't need you in the smallest moments. If you're going to fold in the biggest moments, I don't need you in the smallest moments.
For real.
Isaiah Likely, on the flip side, on the inverse, have you seen a pass that he can't catch at this point? Whether it's up high, it's too high for him, whether it's too low for him, whether he has to jump through 4 people to go get the football. Have you not seen him make every single play that a tight end can make this year? At a certain point, yes, it's time to move on. He's more athletic. He's stronger. He blocks faster, blocks just as well, catches more consistently, makes tougher catches, right? And he has just the amount of, maybe even more newfound chemistry with Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, we're going to have some serious conversations because I did not like the way Mark handled that situation, whether it's the continuing to choke in big moments or how we responded to choking. You've choked so much that, you owe us a conversation post-game. If Lamar can sit up and defend you after the game and say, no, it's not his fault. It's all of our faults. I had 2 turnovers. It's my fault too. If he can sit there, because he's the one that has to be slandered the entire offseason. This entire offseason, if he wins another MVP, they're going to say he's a 3-time MVP winner that has never made a Super Bowl. They're going to say that's the only time that's ever happened in NFL history. Mm-hmm. They shit on Aaron Rodgers, and he's won a Super Bowl. They just sitting there saying Jalen Hurts has made more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers. Well, Aaron Rodgers got a ring. Jalen don't got one yet, right? So they'll shit on you for being great. Imagine what Lamar's about to get. And it's all because Mark can't catch a pass, and you can't speak to that. You can't speak to the fans that traveled up there and say, you know what? I know this seems like it happens a lot, and if anybody feels bad about it, it's me. It's the guy on the field that is happening to. But you know what? I'm going to work this hard. I'm going to work so hard this offseason to make sure that never happens again. I let Lamar down. I let my team down, my coaches, my staff, my friends, my family. I will make sure that I'll never feel something like this ever again, and I'll be a better tight end. I'll be a better player for next season. You say that, ain't nobody coming in here slandering you. I'm going to be mad that you dropped the pass and that you fumbled and that you continually do that shit. But I ain't going to have this type of energy. Man, you hit. You're a grown-ass man, dog. You hit. What message are you showing your kids? Oh, when things go wrong, nigga, go hide. That's not how it works in life, bro. That's not how life works. Mm-hmm. And as a captain, I'd rip that C off your chest if it was my team. But it's not my team. And that's why God hasn't given me a team, because that's how I be reacting to shit. But I would have ripped that C off. No, because and I think that's all jokes aside, I think that is kind of how we look at John Harbaugh, right? You got these fake captains who ain't captains. You got these captains that say that they leaders, but they not leading. They not leading. Lamar Jackson, that's leadership. I'm gonna take that shit I'm gonna take all the criticism. I'm gonna get the criticism regardless. I'm gonna shield Mark from it, even though we all know it's his fault. I'm gonna shield everybody from it because as the guy, that's my job, and I'm not gonna hide from this moment, even though I'm the one that wants the Super Bowl more than anybody. This is my legacy, like as a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like it's affecting me more than it's affecting Marlon Humphrey. It's affecting me more than it's affecting Tyler Linderbaum. We all want the same goal. We all putting in the same amount of work. But when we talk about the same amount of criticism, it ain't equitable amount of criticism. Lamar's the face of the Baltimore Ravens. When the Ravens fail, Lamar gets it. He ain't run from none of that. He stood there. He talked to the fans. We even saw on Hard Knocks, we saw the emotion. We saw tears. Like, I respect that out of him because, again, he's not running from the moment. I can't respect anybody that calls themselves a captain, a leader, and won't be there for his teammates. If you're going to drop the pass, you could at least apologize to your teammates or just be there for the support. But as far as everything else, man, more the same. More the same. This is why, again, I don't be getting hyped when we blow out teams in the regular season. What did I say all season long? This is cool. This is cute, but show me in the playoffs. Show me in the playoffs. All year. And what do we do? The same old shit. Choke in the playoffs. And it's annoying. I want to say it's coaching. And I think it is definitely partly that. It's just the infrastructure we have is just too coddling. We're not holding anybody accountable. The game plans have been better the last two postseasons. I will say that. We were mad that Derrick Henry we were mad that we didn't run the ball that much last year. But I felt like that was a better game plan than any Greg Roman game plan we had. We were able to move the ball. We were just fumbling at the one, doing dumb shit, right? Couldn't block, just Lamar wouldn't run. Like plays were there to be had. We just didn't capitalize. That was, I chalked that up as, year one of Monken's system. Let's see how year two goes, because that was just a lot of not executing. This postseason, we was moving the ball. Against the Bills, we was moving the ball up and down the field, no problems. I can't even shit on Josh Allen. Josh Allen didn't go over there and produce 2 turnovers. He ain't do that. Lamar did. Now, did those turnovers lead to a whole bunch of Bills points? No. But you know what it does? It gives them 2 extra possessions. It takes 2 opportunities to score and put points on the board away from your team when you're not able to just fall on the football. It's playoff football, Lamar. We in year 7, bro. It's playoff football. You haven't learned to just fall on the fucking football? You ain't gotta be Superman. It's okay to punt. It's okay to try to kick a long field goal. It's okay to do all of that. Do you have to do the amazing thing in snow in January? How many times we gotta go through this? How many times we gotta make the same mistakes? And I have to criticize Lamar because, again, he can't run from this. Because it's the same shit every postseason. He's amazing, and he was amazing in the second half. But I shouldn't have to give my almost 3-time MVP a caveat in the second half. Nigga, be amazing for 4 quarters. We trying to win a Super Bowl. If it's a broken play, don't make worst with a T. Don't make it the worst possible scenario. It's okay to just fall on the football. The throw to Bateman, miscommunication. I don't even know who to blame there, but it was a bad play. It was a bad play. Now, I think only 3 points resulted from that. Again, that's an opportunity where you don't score, so you're taking points away from yourself and you're giving points to another team. That's never what you want to see in playoff atmosphere. And yeah, man, I mean, until we learn that we cannot turn the ball over, and we have to execute, I would like to sit there and be mad about the 2-point conversion calls, both of them. As I was watching those plays in the stadium, Isaiah Likely was wide the hell open. Lamar could have lofted it a little higher. Isaiah Likely was like, yo, throw it higher. Like, you're getting it tipped at the line. I'm wide open. Just drop it in my bucket. You're like, what are we doing? Second play, Mark Andrews just drops the ball wide open. So can I really be mad at Todd Monken? The players were open. The execution was there. You just got to – we're 95% there. It's just that 5% we missing. And it's consistently that 5%. I don't know if we ever going to find that 5%. We so close that we far away. And that's scary. We're so close that we're far away. Like, how come we cannot reach that other side of the fence. So how come we can't see the light of the tunnel? We right there. We see the light shining, but we not like it's still dark for us. And after you got to understand, like I've been looking for revenge since 2019. When I was looking outside my window skull in 2019, I've been saying like, yo, I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to have my get back for this feeling. I haven't got that get back since. It's just compounding that feeling. The feeling is growing, Sco. I don't like
tumor. It's a tumor.
Yeah, man. These niggas gave me cancer. Don't want to treat me. Don't want to give me no chemo. They just like, yo, more cancer, nigga. It's in your lungs now.
Yeah.
So
get the alkaline diet, get the Dr. Sebi shit.
More the same, yo.
Keith.
I mean, having a week to digest it, man, it sucks. Let me vent, man.
You're right. Take that back. Take that back.
I didn't catch it, but wow, when I caught it.
Whoa. Nah, but
oh man,
this typical Ravens, man. This is who the Ravens have been under John Harbaugh since they won a Super Bowl with the help of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Flack on board. And this is who the Ravens are. I mean, you hear ADC come out and say, you know, we was almost there. We'll get them. We'll get them next year type team. That's what you tell the rec kids. We'll get them next year, guys. Like that's what you tell them when you handing them the trophy. At the Chuck E. Cheese. We'll get them next year. Tired of hearing it. And not to say it ain't Harbaugh's fault that Andrews didn't catch the ball. It's not Harbaugh's fault that we had the ball on the 2 and got a field goal out of it.
Might be. That might.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you bring Stanley in eligible and you decide to not just pound it on him and Lamar gets sacked on the pass play, I mean, yeah, that's coaching. But just this is who we are. Like, I get tired of talking about the regular season. I get tired of talking about what could be. This is who we are. Attention to detail at the most important times of the season. Lack of accountability. That's throughout the season, off season included. It just seems like the castle. It's everything too buddy right now. Outside of a couple players who bring that fire and kind of demand greatness, essentially. But when you tune into these shows and the coach don't even want to go practice in the cold when you got to go play in sub-10 temperatures in Buffalo, and your quarterback telling, let's go out and throw.
Yeah,
it's a problem. It's a problem. Because how are you properly preparing your team to play in those elements? We was up there. I mean, it's snowing, it's windy, it's cold, it's all types of weather up there, to be honest with you. It's like El Nino. So this is who the Ravens have become. And it's frustrating as a fan. It's frustrating to watch because the team is so talented and you see these spurts throughout the season where you just dominate the same teams that you play in the playoffs. But when the moment's big, you fall short. And I really think that game was lost on that Bateman catch on the 2 and not punching the ball in. I think that was the difference in the game. I also think that the first 2-point conversion was a big difference. I told Keys at the seat, take the 1. You don't got to chase points right now. It's the third quarter. Who cares if it's 21-20 or 21-19? You're going to get a chance to get that get back. Even if they score, it's still a 1-possession game. Now, if they score, it's a 2-possession game. You're down 9. So just little nuances like that, and they ultimately always come back to bite us in the butt at the end of a game. And, Mark dropped the pass, had to bad turnover.
Dropped another pass, too.
Yeah, he dropped another one, too.
Forget about that one. That would have been a long game by itself.
Yeah. So just frustrating, man, because he did it in the Titans game, one hit off his hand, interception. I remember early in the game that year. It's just when Zay Flowers in there, when all your weapons not there, you got to make the plays. You got to be the guy you got to be the quote unquote safety blanket. And he wasn't that. and it's frustrating to watch Lamar. I mean, he played well. I mean, even the first quarter, going down and getting the touchdown, he played well. It's just an interception and the fumble. But though, like Nick said, that can't happen. That same play is the Cincy play where he picks up the ball and makes the Houdini play. But that's in October. This is in January. You don't gotta be Houdini right now. We just need you to, like Nick say, fall on the ball and let's live to fight another day. And you get 3 turnovers to 0, you're gonna lose most games. To even lose by 2 tells you how much better you are than this team. Because you gave them 3 free possessions and you still only lost by 2.
And only gave up 6 in the second half. You only gave up
6 in the second half. So it's frustrating, man, because this is who we are. Like, and I don't know
how to change.
I don't know if what changes it to put us over the hurdle. Like you've been to the AFC title game. Like if you some teams you feel like you got some sort of hope, like you got some room for improvement. What we didn't shown the room for improvement. Like I don't know where we go from here. It's frustrating.
And back to Key's point, he mentioned Harbaugh. The more we talk, the more I want to give blame to Harbaugh too, because just how we go about it. The 2-point call, Keith's absolutely right as far as the need to do it, right? Like there's a want to tie the game, right? Mm-hmm. But the need to is this something we need to do? Same with the Lamar fumble. I get the want to pick it up and make a play because you're probably one of only a few that can do something like that. But do we need to do it? And that's what we need to kind of discern at a certain point. And honestly, Harbaugh is the longest tenured member of the team as far as coach or player wise. He should be able to be sending these messages to the team that we're going for wants and not needs. This is playoff football. What would Bill Belichick teach? I bet you Bill Belichick was the coach, and he was the coach, and he was dealing with the in and outs every day, the operations. Lamar wouldn't even think twice to do what he did that day as far as how he went about that fumble or that bad snap. He wouldn't even think because it would be second nature, risk averse, being militant about possessions. You can't give anything to anybody. This is the play. This is the one part of the season where in the regular season you can make mistakes and not have it kind of compound and hurt you. In the playoffs, that's all turnovers do is hurt. If you remember, we're about to get a rematch of a Super Bowl from a couple years ago. What was the biggest difference in that game?
Sack fumble.
A turnover. One.
Yo, I literally text you that saying that. I was like, yo, in the postseason, that's all that matters, turnovers. In the regular season, the Ravens would have won that game in the regular season. Like they would have beat the Bills in the regular season. You in the playoffs, you turn the ball over 3 times as one of the players, you're going to lose 9 out of 10 times. Like it's rare that you're gonna overcome 3 turnovers like that, man. Y'all make great points, man.
And to your point about Harbaugh, are we in Buffalo playing in snow and cold weather if we do what we're supposed to do against the Raiders, if we do what we're supposed to do against the Browns and Jameis Winston?
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Those are inexcusable losses that low key fucked us later in the season.
Yeah, I mean to keep point, and y'all say what can be done? You got to get rid of the coach, man. And I know people here love Harbaugh. I mean, down the stretch, I can give him credit for giving him down the stretch, the way he coached the team down the stretch of the playoffs. But if nothing is changing, if every year you go to the playoffs, you start turning the ball over, and your players are not being accountable for the mistakes they make and stuff like that, man, you gotta get rid of them. I mean, like you said, we've been to the AFC Championship game. We got about to have a 3-time MVP quarterback. What's the only constant here is
we added Derrick Henry.
Yeah, the only constant here is the coach, man. And you got the coach can't what I say earlier this season. I said the Ravens have reached the mountaintop with John Harbaugh. They're not gonna go further with him with this team. It's just not. It's just not gonna happen. Gotta let him go. We appreciate it. Since he'll be in the ring of honor one day, but it's okay to move on from coaches. If it's not working anymore, get rid of him. It's done. Same thing. Him and Mark should be on the first day smoking because first of all, we need the cap space, and we got his backup on the roster. Get rid of him. It's time. It's just time.
Why his backup catch an even harder, difficult pass to put into the position?
His backup was rolling the ground in the end zone, catching touchdowns. Like, what do we need? There's nothing else to say here. There's really nothing else to say here.
And that's where Keith's point about. And I don't mind an organization being family orientated, right? I don't mind that, but I do mind when it gets in the way of accountability and trying to be the best. It ain't about being good or great. Well, it's not about being good or very good. You want to be great. And really you don't want to be great. You want to be elite. You want to be Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes ain't great. The Chiefs ain't great. They are literally elite by the, if they handle business. That's 4 Super Bowls in a short period of time and 3 back-to-back. We just trying to get one. We trying to smell the atmosphere of a Super Bowl. So yes, very good ain't gonna cut it, John. And we're in like the Hall of Very Good. Do you want to be in the Hall of Fame or the Hall of Very Good? Right now, we Torrey Hunter right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk Hall of Very Good? Andy Reid was Hall of Very Good in Philly. I mean, they was making an NFC title game every year. And look at what they did. This is the furthest we can get with you, Andy. We can't get over the hurdle. If Andy can go, I mean,
yo, dog, that's how
Andy went and they won with another coach.
Yeah. And they've been back twice with a whole other coach that was separate from that coach.
Yeah, it's possible, guys. I mean, John
They fired Doug after what 1 or 2 years after the Super Bowl, didn't they? They didn't stick around for him at all.
They went in 2017, and Doug was out by like 2020.
I mean, Eagles going to the Super Bowl with a whole new assistant crew. He got rid of them and replaced the OC, replaced the DC,
and beat those allegations at the same time. So it's like,
I feel y'all. Y'all know I feel y'all about getting rid of the coach.
We did extend Monken, so I don't know if that means anything. I'm sure Harbaugh is going to get an extension, but it's like I don't know if these situations, the way we're losing, I don't know if these require votes of confidence. Maybe in Monken, I don't have any real issues other than, again, I got to look at Harbaugh. When you're first and goal at the 2, even if we lost to y'all on first down, it was second and goal at the 3. You mean to tell me we spent all season dominating in the red zone to not give Derrick Henry the ball or to tush push or to do anything? Like we why are we getting cute? We haven't been a cute team all season. We've been smash mouth.
Coaching. That's what comes down. Like if you get blown out, you can put it on the players. When you start losing close games, that's coaching.
Hey, Mark, I don't like you blaming that shit on your diabetes, man. I ain't like that shit.
Yo, bro. All right, just give it a couple of seconds. I ain't gonna belabor the point, but goddamn. Listen, yo,
my hands is cold, my neuropathy. Nigga.
Fans, and
he
Mark
said that?
the light.
I didn't read the whole thing. That's what he said.
Somebody
said that.
Somebody.
I think Baltimore Beatdown wrote an article saying
like Ben Carson came out and said, like, yo,
there's a link between cold weather and type.
They got Ben Carson on there.
No, I was joking. It wasn't Ben Carson.
I'm about to say.
I'm just saying some doctor somewhere said, yo, I'm telling you, the effects of the cold and diabetes type 1 and his neuropathy.
Ben Carson said he got robbed at Popeyes or Monument. Like I don't believe nothing that come out Ben Carson.
Yo, but no.
Listen, before you make your point, Nick, if ever, I know you were joking, Skull, but if Ben Carson ever got to defend you, dog, cut the tape, dog.
I mean, he might as well have came out. It was, yo, I'm saying it like, yo, damn, like
stone hands. That's what he got.
Yeah, because if they got a whole montage of one specific player in the same scenario, they went back to Green Bay. Y'all remember that Green Bay game?
Yep.
Tyler Huntley starts, so that wasn't a great pass, but he still got his hands on the ball. It's a whole montage.
It was the same play called too.
The same play each 3.
We kept that from the Greg Roman era. He was like, nah. John said, no, you want to keep that.
And I bet not ever see that play ever. And I know they're going in the first game next year. They're gonna run that same play. I'm telling you, they're gonna do it because John Harbaugh, he a dickhead.
And it works. But he's gonna have to prove that
it ran against the Chargers and it didn't work.
Yeah, yo, bro, that's our favorite.
I mean, it'll work if you change the depth chart. Like if you put likely as number 1 thing, it'll work then.
You already know I hate when they roll out to that side and just shut off half the field.
You take half of the way and field away, and then think of crazy part because Bateman was wide open to play, but that's not the read.
That's not
the read.
That's not the cross body throw and all that.
Yeah, it don't like Bateman was literally wide open, but
I think Zay was open in Green, but Zay was open in one of them games. It was, but that's not. It's not the read.
No, but back to Mark, yo. Like as far as the diabetes is concerned, like you're not for this to be a big. I know people were trolling and saying like crazier things, like I'm gonna put something in his insulin. I get it, like, but you got to understand what a troll is. One, you got to understand too that the internet's going to be the internet. Do you know how many people troll on the internet? You know how many athletes on a daily basis get slandered? Let's not pick and choose when we defend athletes from slander on the internet. Lamar has been called much worse. Trust, okay, by Bills fans. By Bills fans, been called much worse. Like, what we talking about? I'm gonna put some shit. I'm gonna put extra sugar in your insulin, or like, what the fuck are we talking about? Mark, you gotta get some thick skin and some better hands, because what you got going on is soft, bro. Dropping the pass,
too much tape on his hands, yo.
Listen, bro. And did the diabetes stop you from signing an extension? It ain't stop your hands from doing that.
Perfect blood flow for that.
Like, come on, bro.
But I mean, come on, we all done played sports. Like, if all you want your teammate to say, my bad, own it.
My bad.
And he probably did say it to them, but I'm not.
But when you make $17 million, you owe that to the fans too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, we spent that money to go. You got to come out and say my fault, like, make us feel a little bit better because we felt like shit because you dropped the pass.
When I said I stripped that C off his chest, I was playing, but if I'm Harbaugh, I would only want to have captains that would be the type of people that wouldn't run from that moment.
Exactly.
That would be my definition of a captain.
Yeah, man, like you said this week, we just seen Billy come to miss a kick and he came out and said what he had to say. Lee Evans dropped the pass, he came out and said what the hell he had to say. Like, and they wasn't nowhere near captains. They wasn't nowhere near.
Did
anybody care about their mental health? Did anybody care about their mental health? Because they were slandered into retirement. They ain't playing up and down.
Nope.
I mean,
and we talk about this guy
wrong, we still bring them up, right? So
right, exactly.
They never get away from
it. Going to be in the Ravens Ring of Honor one day, and he can't even come out and say my fault. I sucked this game. No matter what stat you did, I sucked this game. That's all you had to say was I suck. That's it. That's all we want to do.
Yeah, we forgive me, Mark.
But now I can't. Now was green light on you for the rest of your career. I don't care if you catch a. Well, the only way you can say
Keith was already on your ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even say I can. You catch a game winning touchdown pass Super Bowl. I don't even care. At this point, you suck. Like, this guy's terrible.
He's been saying this for 3-4 years, yo. Seriously.
Where's Hayden Hurst at, man? Seriously, like, wait, go get. Where's Hayden Hurst at? Yo, Charlie Kohler wouldn't drop that ball. He would not have dropped that ball. I'm telling you, he would not have dropped that ball, yo.
Somebody need to give Dennis Pitta a hip, because Dennis Pitta used to, back when he had hips, he would catch the ball.
Yeah, man.
Well, I can't sit here and act like I'm not happy that y'all are here with me. I enjoy y'all company.
So we dribble y'all heads off the ground, though.
So, but you know what? It's funny that you say that, because y'all was talking mad shit to the Bills. You can't say nothing to them. They beat y'all. But you were. And it feels good when the team that beat you immediately loses the next week.
It feels great.
60 extra minutes. That's my mantra. You did that with 60 extra minutes? You could have let me win for that. Like, you didn't even have to do that to Cam Sutton. It meant nothing at the end of the day. Now we're both here.
Cam career might be over after that shit.
I hope it is. He was terrible. But now we're both here looking at who, has real value in the 5th round for this guy from Missouri.
I asked you what the drink menu was like. I kind of like the drink menu. It's chills out here, man. It's relaxing.
It was great.
It's better than that 10-degree weather of Buffalo. I'll tell you.
It's great, isn't it? And the joints on the beach. You know what I'm saying? The little hula, man. I'm telling you.
They didn't make it like this in Buffalo, Skull. I'll say that.
It's great. Let's go to the commercial break and talk about the teams that actually did advance. Nitty Gritty.
When I want some sports news, Nitty Gritty is definitely who I'm tuning into, man. They show up each week with that uncut, that raw, that unfiltered sports news.
They say the things that everyone else wishes that they can say, but they can't.
Every Tuesday and Saturday, I am locked into my favorite sports show, Nitty Gritty.
Nitty Gritty, the best show out right now. Tune in and listen, stupid.
I'll start with the first game. Philadelphia Eagles put real belt to ass to the Commanders. They put 55 points on them in a playoff game. Jayden Daniels played well. 29 completions, 255 yards, touchdown and an interception. Jalen Hurts, 20 completions, 246 yards and a touchdown. But that damn Saquon Barkley. Hey, Giants, I hope nothing good happens to you. Nothing good happened. I don't know what y'all were thinking. I don't understand why you didn't think a running back of that caliber was worth that price tag. But for 18, 19 weeks in a row, he's shown you that he might be worth more. And yesterday was no different, man. Yesterday was no different. I mean, anytime a team scores 7 touchdowns on the ground on you, you talk about demoralizing. God damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, same thing as the Ravens. Well, that was but once you turn the ball, once you fumble the ball, it's not.
Yeah.
You can't win. You can't keep fumbling the ball. I think Jaden Daniels played well. I think they would have played better, but once they start fumbling on kickoffs and doing all that, you can't overcome that.
The Eckler fumbling.
You can't overcome that. But not on the road, not in the NFC Championship game on the road against a team like that. That's going to do everything to take advantage. That Eagles roster is just crazy, especially defensively. Like to get Jalen Carter when he did, and then like them boys are dogs up front, man. And to lose, they lost. What's the name got hurt, and they missed the beat.
Brandon Graham, yeah, no, it didn't matter.
They ain't gonna be back for the Super Bowl, possibly.
Oh, N'Kobe.
Yeah, they lost N'Kobe. They ain't missed a beat, man. They plug and play. Jalen played better. Like you said, your team doing well when your diva wide receivers, AJ, they ain't complaining. They just going with the flow, especially when they know it's a running team. So I look forward to the matchup with the Chiefs. But yeah, the Commanders will be fine. They before that time, nobody expect them to be here. Jaden Daniels, he's gonna be a great quarterback. They definitely got to prove that roster defensively. But yeah, you can't put the ball. You put the ball on the ground in the playoffs, you're going to lose. Like we've seen it over and over and over again. That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. In the playoffs, it's a more of a mental game than anything else, and it's about who's going to execute better and more often. And obviously, the younger team kind of showed themselves yesterday. And it's another situation where you expect the veteran to be the most trustworthy, to be the safety valve, to be the people that you can give the ball to in a tough moment. And you get a ball to Eckler, and he's just, doing things that kind of are uncharacteristic, as far as the time and the place. And I think that Eckler fumble was kind of the coffin, you know what I mean? As far as the Commanders are concerned, they're ahead of the schedule. So future is bright for them. They can actually use this season as a proof of concept and use this to build. And I think going forward, it's going to be scary because, this rookie season of his led to an NFC Championship appearance. Imagine when they actually start to say, you know what, all right, we have an NFC Championship caliber team. Let's put NFC Championship caliber resources into this thing and speed up this rebuilding process. We'll see how that goes, but it is the future is very, very, very bright for them. And the Eagles are, I just think Howie's a better GM than Eric.
Everybody.
Yeah, but again, I talked about it in the summer. I wasn't upset that we got Derrick Henry. I just preferred Saquon. With the Saquon, you have a home run hitter. Not saying Derrick Henry isn't a home run hitter, but that's what Saquon was doing ever since Penn State. Those 67-yard runs were the runs he wasn't breaking out in New York, which is why New York kind of was like, for us, are you worth this money? For 30 other teams in the league, you probably are. We're the Giants, so we suck ass. Are you worth this money to us? You stack boxes. We got Daniel Jones. But when you get him on a regular team, not the piece of shit Giants, but a regular team, you see that he's breaking 70-yard runs with regularity, and it's kind of demoralizing each time he does it. And you don't have to take him off the field on third down. Great in pass protection, great receiver, and the IQ is there. So I kind of wanted him more than a Saquon. More than a Derrick, just because I was just envisioning if Lamar and Derrick is like this, imagine a nigga that don't got to come off the field. The versatility, in the play calling would be different. So missed opportunity there, but Howie, he was on point, and he seems to get the great rookies that fall. He seems to get extra first round picks so he can have more stabs at talented elite players. he brings in the malcontents from other teams, and somehow, some way, they're usually able to get down with the program that the Eagles have and contribute in some way. So, I mean, they got a system over there, and I'm really hoping Mahomes wins, because if Jalen Hurts wins, what does that say about Lamar? And what conversations does that create? You got a 3-time MVP on one side, and you got the other dude who plays a similar brand of football who's actually won a Super Bowl. It gets interesting if Jalen wins. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Not only that, you talk about not coming off the field. That last drive last week, Justice Hill was in the game. And Justice tough, but it's different if that's Saquon. Like, Derrick Henry's not even on the field the last drive, the most important drive of the game last week, until the 2-point conversion. But just to piggyback on the Eagles and Howie, I mean, you draft well. You go and you draft a Quinion Mitchell, you get the Cooper DeJeans. You draft well, and in addition to bringing in high quality, high level players. And so when you do that at a high clip, it's gonna be tough to beat, man.
Yo, and I look at coaching, because Bond was a fucking special teams guy, and he's a first team All Pro linebacker this year, because Vic Fangio said, "Yo, you need to be my middle linebacker." And we went and spent $50 million for Patrick Queen, who can't get motherfuckers a line. And I'm trying to figure out, it's got to be coaching, because that dude was a career special teams guy in year 1 with Vic Fangio.
Development matters, man. Development matters. It's just as big as drafting them. You got no matter if you still got to develop them.
Yeah, like these playoffs are just like the philosophy that we want to do.
Like, they got some dogs, man.
Yeah, the philosophy that we want to do with the run first, and you see Baltimore run first, you see Philly run first, and it's like you can accomplish that and get high places. You just have to be good at it, and
they commit to it though. They really commit to it though.
Like,
they commit to it when it's money time.
And y'all commit, well, yeah, more than y'all, but still, even seeing the brand of football that y'all play and knowing that that's what we want to do, and like we got the attempts and like the per yards is just, it's frustrating seeing these teams in 2025 and knowing that.
Well, y'all got Russell Wilson too. Y'all shouldn't,
and that's the problem too.
You shouldn't even be in the conversation.
No, that's the problem though. Like, that's the problem. Like,
that's the problem.
Got to find a fucking quarterback. And to talk about what my owner said real quick. It's not a coaching thing. It's a quarterback thing. Coach is not going to change. Y'all just better hope that Omar and Mike Tomlin can find a quarterback. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Listen, how does Miami Dolphins, how do those players feel? Because they were talking a lot of shit about Vic Fangio. I was surprised. Yeah, I was surprised. That defense didn't perform well this year. And Vic Fangio is he's one of the best defensive minds in the league. Like, this whole change back to the running backs and away from the passing game was ushered in because he architected the defenses, the modern defenses that were like the too high shit. That was Vic's shit, and everybody stole from Vic, or emulated Vic, I should say. And you know what I mean? Like, he's the architect of that shit, though. And you let him go, right? You do all this social media stuff, and then now he's right back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
With the number one defense.
That defense last year was all names with nothing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty much outside of a couple of additions here and your rookies, like the front was still the same, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Slade was still there. Blankenship is still there. Like, you just add. Look, I profiled Kenyon Mitchell. I wanted us to draft. Like, he was that guy. Cooper DeJean didn't look like just your regular white cornerback. Like, he can ball. So you put him with good defensive coaching. And I like the fact that Vic is almost 70 and he knows how to adapt. He's not stuck in, look, I did this in 2003 and he
don't want to be a head coach. That's my favorite type of coordinator. I love
him and Spags.
That's gonna be a hell of a defensive battle.
Oh my God!
Listen, I love me a coordinator that don't got ambition.
Just want to be a coordinator.
Monkey, you my guy.
You ain't got no Wale in you. Cool. I like that. You stay just where you are. I just keep getting raises. You keep doing that. I'm gonna keep paying you. I'm gonna make it worth your while. But you heard Chris Jones say, y'all, this y'all fault. Y'all don't want to hire Spags as a head coach, then we always gonna be here. Same thing with Vic. Vic ain't going nowhere in
Did
Philly.
he really say that? That's a hard quote.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's the truth.
I mean, salute to Philly, man. So that's how you show dominance to an inferior team. And I know it felt good because it's a division rival.
Yo, they able to do this, and Jalen Hurts ain't even out there doing nothing. Like my quarterback be out there being great, be doing a superhuman.
Tom was
shit.
criticizing,
but that's why it's so frustrating watching Philly for me, because I see it. Like, that's the big picture. Just do enough. Play defense, run the ball. You make 20 passes out of 28 attempts and don't turn the ball over.
Who are you talking about?
Why is that frustrating for you, though?
Because I see it, because it works. If you see it
for
work,
your vision, for
if
your
you
team,
see it work, because you see it work. Like,
y'all gotta get y'all roster. Y'all gotta get y'all roster together, dog.
You say get your roster.
They got somebody from Philly.
They got 3 All Pros in the offensive.
Don't put y'all and the Eagles in the same sentence.
We took somebody, but y'all missing what I'm saying.
I get what you saying. I get what you saying.
You get what I'm saying.
I don't.
The blueprint is there. Well, I don't give a fuck what you get. Right? Like, I'm not really here. Yo, Keith don't understand me. Damn, dog, I'm hurt. Look, I see the blueprint. It's not like I'm asking for, yo, let's do what Baltimore's doing, and all we need is a Lamar Jackson. Nah, I ain't saying that. You could go find a Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. You can find a Jalen Hurts.
Y'all could have had a Jalen Hurts.
Y'all got you don't think Justin? You don't think Justin can be Jalen Hurts?
He got picked like 6 picks later. Y'all took Chase Claypool.
Nah.
How about you talk about you?
If y'all don't, I wanted Jalen Hurts. But again, I'm not in the war room with them.
Not Chase.
I'm not in the war room with them. I don't even know where Chase at. Chase probably at Drake Embassy somewhere. I don't know.
Even in the CFL. Like, I thought he was gonna be in the CFL.
Nah, he's probably with Drake at the embassy, chilling. I don't know where he at in Canada. But all I know is that you can attain that. But yo, because Jalen good, but yo, Jalen gets slandered for not doing enough, and his team wins.
I'll just speaking of Jalen, I was about to say y'all better get Jalen Milroe.
Nah, he a Raven fan.
I know.
I saw that. I hope that's enough to say, you know what, we can't have that here.
We're gonna put him at punt return, nigga. Yeah.
We getting Jackson Dart. I know who we getting. I already know who we getting. Jackson Dart. And I'm gonna be in here on my Kenny Pickett shit. I'm gonna be in here on my Kenny Pickett shit. Go Jackson Dart. Yeah, like, I already know.
He ain't gonna do nothing against the league. A bunch of picks.
Yo, dog, that's what the plan was. They said, look, it basically sound like we gonna sign Justin for 2 years. We gonna draft a mid-round quarterback this year, throw a dart at the wall. And then next year, when the draft class is better, take a shot at it then.
When does Archie come out? Y'all need to tank for Archie. Yeah, y'all gotta do something.
Ain't no tanking. And the thing is, when you see teams, it's like, yo, Kansas City didn't have to tank. You just gotta be aggressive in the draft and pick well.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to tank and lose. Like, Kansas City went from 27-10 to get Mahomes, and the rest was history. You just gotta be aggressive and know who you want. You ain't really gotta go out and lose a bunch of games, because you can lose a bunch of games and be Cleveland and get it wrong every year. But moving on to Kansas City, that boy, I think they need to rechange the AFC Championship name eventually to the Patrick Mahomes game, because he's never not been there. That boy's resume. I will talk about the game.
I want to be a Chiefs fan one day.
Yo, dog. And I hate the narrative.
Today.
Yeah, I see you. And if I didn't see that terp on Keys hat, I'm thinking, all right, I see where y'all going.
Almost wore my Jalen Hurts jersey, but I ain't.
Damn, that's what y'all doing? That's crazy.
Nah, I'm geeking out.
You got Jalen Hurts jersey? Why do you have it? Nah, you got Jalen Hurts. I believe you.
What's worse, a Jalen Hurts jersey or Tomlinson jersey?
Nigga. One's a Hall of Famer. You tell me. One's the greatest to ever. One is one of the greatest to ever do it. And then you got Jalen.
You did have that in the Sean Merriman there.
Nah, I never had Sean Merriman. Never. Never.
I guess
Man, we gotta get Phil on the show, man. Phil,
No,
you
we
gotta-
don't. No, we don't. That nigga still owe me money. You gonna have to pay an entry fee. You get on my Wi-Fi. You gonna need an entry fee.
Damn, Phil.
It's my man. I just hate the narrative that they running. Yo, the Chiefs only good because of ref your dog. Stop. 15 is 15.
Yeah,
I've heard it
they
all.
want a majority.
Yeah,
They won the
come on.
majority of them
It's
games.
lazy.
Now, don't get me wrong, they do get favorable calls, but that's not the reason why they win in the game.
You know why they get favorable calls? Tom Brady got favorable calls. You know what? Win.
I don't care about refs.
Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe
and Shaq.
got it. Kobe got it.
Refs are
Jordan
idiots. I
got
just
it.
don't want-
LeBron got it.
Long as they ain't flopping and getting them, I'm cool. Refs gonna be idiots and mess up calls, but
Yeah,
don't
they
give them
suck
the, don't
at
give
it,
them the,
yeah.
don't give them the flopping calls and
Yeah.
know that he flopping and don't. But yeah, this stuff. I mean, I'm happy the Bills lost. I'm very happy the Bills lost. I'm not gonna hold my excitement about that. But
Ravens fans, hold up. Ravens fans, I just want you guys to see how Chiefs fans conducted themselves this year, and I want you guys to kind of emulate it, or I want us, because I'm part of y'all. It's us. I want us to emulate that because they should be the ones complaining about MVPs and all this extra shit. You know what I mean? How many MVPs does he have in his career? One or two. It ain't enough.
But he got the MVPs that matter.
Yeah, I'm just saying, regardless, it ain't enough.
The regular season, no, it's not.
And don't nobody give a fuck. You know why? Because they about to have 4 of them things.
Because
you know
because they got I got 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Y'all can have the regular season shit. He got 2 MVPs. Yeah, at that point,
2018 and 2022.
Like y'all can argue about who's the best player in the league. I beat both of y'all regularly. I don't really care.
But I didn't hear one MVP debate, conversation, crying about. I didn't hear nothing. Now, mind you, his play didn't warrant it, but again, when you win so much, you don't care about the regular season, baby. I come alive in January.
Yeah, he's done the 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. Like the fact that they traded away Tyreek Hill and went to 3 straight Super Bowls.
That's the crazy.
Like they changed the way that they play. Like you could call him a dink and dunk guy all you want, but I've seen him win the other way too. That's why he's so great.
He's not anything. He's the greatest guy. That's
whatever you want to do, I'm gonna do it.
Whatever do you want it?
Yeah. Like it don't matter. And
what they threw last night on 3rd and 8 with the game on the line, like you could.
To
John
Harbaugh would have ran that ball. We all know that shit. John Harbaugh
to Samaje Perine.
It ain't a lot of coaches who got that type of trust to do that.
To Samaje Perine.
And their complimentary union. I don't think Harrison Butker has missed a kick in the 4th quarter in the postseason. You got the defense playing how the defense plays, the offense plays how they play. I mean,
Chris Jones out of his mind.
Yeah, you can blame the refs, but just like the Lakers 3-peat dynasty, just like the Bulls, when the Warriors were nice, when the Spurs were nice, any of these teams, bro, you're gonna have to beat those teams, and you're gonna have to beat the refs too. That's just how it goes. The Yankees.
Yes,
that's just how it goes.
Duke basketball. You gotta beat these people.
Yes. You can't look at the refs every time. So I mean, you got Josh.
Refs. They had the ball with the game.
I'm about to say you got Josh Allen,
despite all of that.
Yeah,
with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left and 3 timeouts.
Now, mind you, that 4th down call was a little crazy, but if it's coming down to that, you probably don't deserve to win.
And they ran a screen on 3rd and 10.
No, there's 2 4th down calls. It was the 4th down.
Oh, yeah.
It was the one where they called him short, and it was Kincaid acting like Dalton Andrews.
Yeah, he slid the protection the wrong way. He that was Spags won that battle betwing him and Josh Allen. He did that corner. If Josh would have slid the protection the right way, the Bills probably would have scored a touchdown on that play. They had Shakir coming. They had Shakir coming on that. It was wide open, but they slid the protection the wrong way. So that was just Spags with a great call. He didn't play bad. I give him his credit. He played bad. He just gotta be wrong.
He usually don't. And that's the thing. He usually don't. But
he played a good game.
Join the club, baby.
Come
sit your ass down right here with me, Josh.
It's 15.
He definitely didn't go win. He definitely had the chance. The ball back 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes with 3 timeouts. And he didn't get it done yesterday. So if you want to critique him about anything yesterday, you definitely gotta say something about that. But it's a team game. They got the turnover where they needed to get the turnover. It's just Mahomes. You can't. It's just something about them, yo. You just like Nick said. You got to beat them. Like they are not going to beat themselves. They are not. That's just not going to happen.
And you're not going to beat them diving for a football and dropping it either.
No. No, it's not. It's not
because again, quarterbacks should be the ones. Did you see Josh after the game? Nigga was croaking up at the throat. Looked like he was about to cry. These niggas are the ones that get crucified. Dalton Kincaid about to go out and enjoy this offseason. He good.
Yeah. They already making excuses for him. They always say he was playing with a sprained MCL in one knee, he had flu in the other knee. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit.
What's that got to do with this?
I don't want to hear none of it, yo.
It was a fair catch.
Dalton Knox said he was going one way and he had to reverse. So it's a miracle that he even got his hands on the ball. Like, if y'all don't shut the fuck up.
No, it was a miracle that Allen got that ball out of his hands. That's a miracle.
Like, God damn, stop making excuses for everybody, man.
I love my kids and I do anything for them. If you give me $200,000 right now, I will catch that football. I will take a hit. I will go across the middle. I might not get open. I might not be enough to get open, but I swear to God, if you give me those opportunities, I'll die on that field for that football.
For real.
Ain't no way that you dropping some of these passes. I just don't get it.
And then not talking about it after. That's the big thing for me. Everybody got a bad day at office, but the fact you're not coming out owning the shit is what's driving me crazy about it. Like, you gotta own it.
Shout out to the Ravens fans, though. We found a charity of Dalton's to donate to. Match Petty with Petty. I love to see it. And it's all in good all for a good cause.
Yeah, somebody benefits from the petty.
Somebody, not me.
Man, they all milk duds. I don't give about none of that.
I ain't donating.
Let's hope the money really gets to the charities. Let's hope
Not
the charities.
Red Cross shit. Yeah, not on no Red Cross shit.
I have no respect.
Haiti still ain't get shit.
I know, right?
I don't have no respect for nothing Buffalo Bills. I don't even like buffalo wings no more. Like, I'm done with Buffalo, dog. Like that shit was terrible. Like, I'm done with that shit.
Fuck the
Yeah,
Bills,
no,
fuck the
I wonder how you're feeling from the whole way, Nick. But I wonder how you feel. You might crying. You probably was crying last night. Whole ass.
So all right, since we're here,
I wonder if he's still hype.
I got a feeling from everybody that I seen win. I was surprised that y'all really flocked up there. I knew that y'all was, but I was like, Jimmy's went, like it was busloads of people that went up there.
Tickets was, I mean, it was a lot
So
of available.
It was Baltimore North. We was having fun.
Y'all bust up there. What was the environment like before the game, after the game?
I mean, weather-wise, it was terrible. You know, snow, wind, all that. It was terrible. We all had on about 4 or 5 layers, top and bottom. It was cold shit up there. Like I said, I stand on this. They are Cincinnati Bengal fans on steroids. They just been further than Cincinnati more times, so they experienced it, but they haven't won shit, and they act like they haven't won anything. Like when we go to Pittsburgh, y'all beat us, class, whatever. We'll see you next time, whatever. Dog, the stuff they were saying out of their mouths after, mind you, they won the game. They was going to the NFC Championship game. They didn't care about the win. They didn't care nothing about that win. The only thing they want to do is antagonize us, and that they the worst type of fans. Like they literally, and they don't even know football. That's another thing about it. They don't really know football like that. And that'd be my main thing. Like I like having conversation with opposing fans. They talk about their team. A lot of them didn't really know football like that. They were just there just to talk shit. And they would. Yeah, and get drunk, and they would really expected their team to lose, like they really did, and they were surprised that they won, so they didn't know how to act. And
listen, two things I dislike about fans, or two types of fans I dislike: fair weather and front running. They're both.
Yep.
Fair weather and front running because when we scored that first touchdown, couldn't hear Pete. Couldn't hear Pete. Listen, when Bateman caught that pass at the 2-yard line, couldn't hear Pete. It was only when the turnovers started, they was up 21-10. That's when they started patting me hard as shit on my shoulder, yelling in my ear, spitting in my ear, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm in New York. I'm usually a crash out. I'm trying not to